Milblogger. For the latest news and conflicts around the world, shaping your reality.
Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Coast Milblogger. I'm your host, Cyrus Emerson. Parent company from A to Z has many exciting projects in the pipeline, from Z-Dad Screenplay, a second edition of Red Roses, a second edition of my dad's book, plus a never-before-recorded audiobook, to a new music video with a world premiere on this episode of West Coast Milblogger. Now our AI correspondents report on Russian hellfire, U.S. marijuana politics, and rethinking Schrodinger's cat. Then stay tuned for the world premiere music video, Jackson Smokey Joe, The Coolest Cats, in formats where available. Available on WCM's YouTube channel later this week.
Russian hellfire. After the Labor Day weekend, give fans of the show an update on the war in Ukraine concerning frontline fighting. Right now there are two main battles taking place looking to turn the tide before winter weather sets in. Of course, referring to the battles in Kursk, Russia, and Pokrovsk, Ukraine. According to AccuWeather, there's an orange warning for forest fire in Kursk. It's 63 degrees as clouds move into the area with an expected high of 79 degrees tomorrow. The Ukrainian army has forced Russia to move more troops into the area to stop the momentum of this breakthrough. Russia is no longer evacuating civilians. A large parcel of land controlled by Ukraine in the east, west, and south can only be resupplied across a river in the north. As reported, bridges across this river have been destroyed. This has created a cat-and-mouse game of pontoon bridge construction on the Russian side being targeted by Ukrainian drones. The battle in Kursk is expected to continue in this matter until Russia concedes the small territory. However, defensive lines are being constructed further north by the Russians as they build a military force capable of repelling the Ukrainian army. Meanwhile, in Pokrovsk, Ukraine, it's 62 degrees with mostly cloudy skies and a 19% chance of precipitation tomorrow. Russian advances have slowed southeast of this major transit hub after the fall of Avdiivka. Yet this has given Russia an opportunity to widen their salient as they execute surrendering Ukrainian troops on their flanks. Most notably, Russia hopes to encircle Ukrainian army units in the south to capture high ground that's been chewing Russian soldiers to bits during months of direct attacks across lowland open fields. Russia appears to be unstoppable in their goal of sacking Pokrovsk. Despite reported losses in manpower and equipment, no Western country would ever want to absorb. WCM continues to monitor this battle, attempting to learn if this is Ukrainian propaganda or if the Russian army might truly collapse.
U.S. marijuana politics? During West Coast Milblogger's hiatus, the presidential candidates sneaked in comments on marijuana. Please explain their stances on this issue that could decide the 2024 election. Presidential candidates are now talking about marijuana legalization, nothing about hemp. Trump has taken the lead supporting Florida state law that pits marijuana against hemp, as reported on WCM's 6/16/2024 episode. Basically, marijuana businesses are being given the advantage over hemp businesses for the supply of CBD in the marketplace. This could also be seen as the Republican future plan of supporting multinational marijuana corporations as this industry reaches its potential according to financial forecasts. Harris attacked Trump for repealing Obama legislation, decriminalizing federal marijuana laws that could have been reenacted during her almost 4 years as Vice President of the United States. She has yet to take any direct stance on the issue, leaving it to the Democrat Party to announce it supports rescheduling of marijuana and hemp to Schedule 3. There's nothing concrete about this support other than hearings announced, sandwiched between the November election and the December holiday season. Both candidates approve of drill baby drill. The only real difference between the candidates is the federal approach to abortion. Marijuana federal legalization could become a popular stance remaining up for grabs as Election Day draws near, now only 58 days away. Hemp has already been made federally legal, as WCMOGs can testify. The reward of these efforts can be seen as the solution to climate change nears, driven by a potential breakthrough in the free market obeying existing legislation for tax cut incentives.
Rethinking Schrodinger's cat.
Share Schrodinger's cat with time dilation incorporated to reflect new developments in size theory thinking. Schrodinger's cat can live forever in the right conditions. It's locked in a box where those conditions should last for eternity. However, if the box malfunctions, then the conditions for the cat's life deteriorate until it dies. Witnessing the box from the birth of the universe making its way toward our observation. The entire history of everything has taken place outside the box. Inside the box, a preserved, pristine cat from the dawn of the universe allowed to live in isolation for more than 13 billion years, or did it die? Opening the box, one observes not the collapse of the wave function. Instead, this cat has been transported into the present time. Time dilation ends for the cat because of entanglement creating spooky action at a distance. The cat is either dead or alive in our present time. The days pass slowly. No longer do seconds equate to millions of Earth years. Instead, the cat counts the passing of seconds, waiting for another minute of life, or decomposing in death. Either way, the living cat is going to die relatively soon and decay into nothing. All of our observations are in a brief moment. One can never watch millions of years extend into the future from our point of view. One can only witness the past as it reaches the present. From the micro to the macro, all information comes from the past to be observed in the present for interpretation as a model of future predictions. Now for the release of From A to Z's new music video, Jackson Smokey Joe, The Coolest Cats, on formats where available. Check out West Coast Milblogger's YouTube channel later this week for the video.
Jackson Smokey Joe, the coolest cats, the coolest cats. Jackson Smokey Joe, the coolest cats, the coolest cats. Jackson Smokey Joe, the coolest cats, the coolest cats. Jackson Smokey Joe, the coolest cats, the coolest cats. Jackson Smokey Joe, the coolest cats, the coolest cats. Jackson Smokey Joe, the coolest cats, the coolest cats. Jackson Smokey Joe, the coolest cats, the coolest cats. Jackson Smokey Joe, the coolest cats, the coolest cats.
Craigslist buys.
Now for this week's Craigslist buy. An old school Delight VIP projection screen that folds up for easy transportation to wherever you wish to set up. Similar items are selling on eBay for more than $500. This item, seen on platforms where available, can be yours for only $75. Get it before it's gone. We hope you enjoyed this episode of West Coast Milblogger. Remember to subscribe, like, and share on the many platforms this show is now available on. Keep it safe out there, and see you next week.
Z-Dead, 2024 quarterfinalist at Los Angeles International Screenplay Awards. Z-Dead takes place in 2037 at Mount Dragon Ski Resort, where a Navy SEAL, local stoners, and international female snow sports team work together to fight back against the zombie horde in Cowtown, armed with the Cure, a strain of marijuana called #SlyGuy. Screenplay now available to be optioned. Please contact Cyrus Emerson by email. CyrusEmerson@hotmail.com,